Batman Beyond was the first major Batman project that did not feature the clown Prince of Crime, and yet it was a hit with audiences. But the urge to bring back Batman's archnemesis led the creators to make Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, a direct-to-video film, which holds a perfect Rotten Tomatoes score, and still a planned sequel was abandoned. Why? Why was this critically acclaimed and potentially groundbreaking film never made? What really happened to it, and why is it that we need Return of the Joker 2 as soon as possible? In this video, we're going to explore some of these very questions and more. So without further ado, let's begin. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. 1. Batman Beyond, a show that reinvented the Dark Knight for a new era. Batman Beyond introduced Terry McGinnis as the new Batman instead of selecting from existing Bat family members. And let's be honest, it was quite a bold thing to do. Terry shares similarities with past Robins. Like Jason Todd, he had trouble with the law. His family's affected by criminal violence, similar to Dick Grayson's experience. He discovers Bruce Wayne's secret identity on his own, much like Tim Drake, and he's biologically connected to Bruce, unintentionally resembling Damian Wayne. But despite these parallels, Terry stands apart from the rest, and for good reasons. His rebellious behavior is linked to his parents' divorce, and even after his father Warren's death, he still has his mother and brother. Unlike Bruce, Terry's family isn't wealthy, which makes him more grounded in everyday society. He isn't as haunted or traumatized as other Bat family members, and could have led a normal life without his father's unresolved death. Terry's commitment to becoming Batman is unique. He admires Bruce's abilities, but often feels frustration towards his mentor. Batman Beyond, enhanced by Will Friedel's portrayal and a dynamic soundtrack, presents a Batman who finds enjoyment in fighting crime. Terry benefits both Bruce and the citizens of Neo-Gotham, adding his own flair to the role. In contrast to Batman Caped Crusader, this series offers character development and a fresh storyline. Serving as a successor to Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond maintained high standards during DC's influential animation era, which included shows like Static Shock and The Zeta Project. The series distinguished itself by retaining Kevin Conroy's Bruce Wayne while introducing new narratives and evolving characters. Even after 25 years, Batman Beyond is celebrated for effectively realizing its concept. Terry repeatedly earns the Batman mantle, respecting Bruce's wisdom while upholding his own values. This independence allows Bruce to recognize him as a worthy heir. The fusion of their influences is showcased in episodes like The Call, where Terry is invited to join the Justice League Unlimited, but opts to stay independent, mirroring Bruce's choices. Terry becomes the hero Gotham needs, ready to serve wherever he's required. 2. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker brought back Batman's ultimate nemesis. In Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, a new faction of the Joker's gang steals high-tech equipment but is thwarted by the new Batman, Terry McGinnis. The gang reports to their leader, the Joker, who is believed to be dead for decades. Skeptical of his return, Bruce Wayne is confronted by the Joker, who reveals knowledge of their secret identities. The Joker poisons Bruce and nearly kills Terry's girlfriend, prompting Terry to seek answers. Former Batgirl, Commissioner Barbara Gordon, discloses the truth. Years ago, the Joker and Harley Quinn kidnapped Tim Drake, the second Robin. They tortured and brainwashed him at Arkham Asylum, turning him into a young version of the Joker and extracting Batman's secrets. In a rescue attempt, a fight ensued where Tim, regaining control, killed the Joker. Traumatized, Tim abandoned his Robin persona and distanced himself from Bruce. In the present, Terry suspects Tim is connected to the Joker's return. Investigating, he discovers that Tim is unknowingly hosting the Joker's consciousness, which was embedded in a microchip implanted behind his ear during his captivity. This technology allows the Joker to take over Tim's body and plan a catastrophic attack using a satellite weapon. Terry confronts the Joker at an abandoned factory. During their battle, he learns about the microchip controlling Tim. Using one of the Joker's own electric joy buzzers, Terry overloads the microchip, destroying it and erasing the Joker's consciousness permanently. Tim is freed from the Joker's influence, and the deadly scheme is thwarted. The story concludes with Tim recovering in the hospital and reconciling with Bruce. Recognizing Terry's heroism and capability, both Bruce and Tim acknowledge him as the rightful successor to the Batman mantle, bringing closure to the Joker's legacy from beyond the grave. The movie brought Joker back in a way that felt convoluted and rather unbelievable, even for a superhero story. But the movie did well with critics, even if it didn't do well with the audiences. 3. Plans for a sequel. What Return of the Joker 2 could have been. Although Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker served as a perfect conclusion to the series, creator Bruce Timm had plans for a sequel. The proposed film, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker 2, would have introduced Catwoman, Selina Kyle, as the main antagonist instead of revisiting the Joker. The sequel was set to feature a significant narrative twist, as it would have revealed that Selina Kyle played a crucial role in Terry McGinnis's birth. As the story unfolded, Terry would discover that he's actually a clone of Bruce Wayne, and that Selina was responsible for his creation. Specific details about Selina's obsession with cloning Batman or her motives were never revealed. Unfortunately, the movie sequel never materialized, although the Batman Beyond series continued in comic book form. Elements of this intended storyline were later incorporated into the Justice League Unlimited Season 2 episode titled Epilogue. In that episode, it's unveiled that Terry is indeed a clone of his mentor Bruce Wayne, but Catwoman is not involved in this version of the story. The sequel would have expanded the lore of Batman Beyond, offering a new perspective on Terry's origins and deepening his connection to Bruce Wayne. 4. Why Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker 2 never happened. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker was a direct-to-video film whose potential sequel and future depended solely on its sales. Despite earning critical acclaim and a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes, it failed to achieve commercial success. Consequently, Warner Brothers did not approve a second installment, which was surprising given Batman Beyond's popularity in the DC animated universe and the previous success of direct-to-video Batman movies. Several issues hindered the film's performance. Following the Columbine High School tragedy, the studio made significant edits to reduce violent content, particularly in flashback scenes depicting the Joker's original demise. For instance, the Joker discovers Batman's true identity, invades the Batcave, and poisons Bruce Wayne with Joker venom. Terry McGinnis arrives just in time to save him with an antidote. In one altered scene, Terry finds the Joker's taunting message plastered across Wayne Manor. "Ha!" written in enormous letters. The uncut version shows this in red, hinting it could be blood, while the censored version changes the color to purple, suggesting spray paint instead. Another edit had a moment where Batman, enraged by the Joker and Harley Quinn's actions toward Tim Drake, throws a knife at the Joker. The Joker dodges, and the knife slices through a curtain. This scene was removed from the censored version, but the cut in the curtain remains, causing an unfortunate continuity error. Additionally, a fight scene where the Joker stabs Batman in the chest and leg was modified. These injuries explain why Bruce needs a cane in his later years. In the censored version, the stabbing is replaced with the Joker merely punching Batman, which of course reduced the scene's impact. The most notable change is the Joker's death. In the uncut version, a brainwashed Tim Drake shoots the Joker with a spear gun, leading to an on-screen death where the Joker utters his final words before dying. The censored version alters this to Tim pushing the Joker into exposed wires, causing electrocution, with the scene cutting away as Batgirl hears his scream. These extensive edits delayed the film's release from its intended Halloween date and likely increased production costs. Combined with disappointing sales, this made Warner Brothers unwilling to greenlight a sequel, despite the film's strong critical reception. 5. The Joker's multiple returns in the Batman Beyond universe. In Batman Beyond number 3 by Dan Jurgens and Bernard Chang, Terry McGinnis goes undercover to infiltrate the Jokers, a futuristic gang in Neo-Gotham that idolizes the original Joker. These gang members emulate the Joker's appearance and embrace his philosophy of chaos, causing mayhem throughout the city. Determined to dismantle their operations, Terry disguises himself with clown makeup and penetrates their inner circle. While deep within the Joker's hideout, Terry makes a startling discovery. The original Joker's body is being prepared for revival. After the Joker's supposed death in his final confrontation with Batman, where his body was left in a frozen wasteland, his loyal followers retrieved him. They placed his body in stasis and maintained it on life support, awaiting technological advancements that could bring him back to life. In the era of Batman Beyond, that technology now exists, and the Joker's resurrection is imminent. This development contrasts with the events of the animated film Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. In the movie, the Joker doesn't return through his original body, but by implanting a copy of his consciousness into Tim Drake, which effectively created a clone rather than achieving true resurrection. The comic presents a more literal revival by using advanced technology to reanimate the Joker's actual body. An intriguing implication of these parallel storylines is the possibility that both versions of the Joker could have existed simultaneously in Neo-Gotham. This scenario would pose an extraordinary challenge for Batman, reminiscent of the Three Jokers storyline, where multiple incarnations of the Joker required the combined efforts of the entire Bat family to overcome. Although the two resurrections didn't occur at the exact same time, and regardless of which method was more authentic, the fact remains that the Joker managed to return from the dead twice within the Batman Beyond narrative. 6. Is there a future still to the Batman Beyond franchise? In both Batman Beyond and Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, Bruce faces his past mistakes and grows beyond them. This tells me that no matter how much time passes or how tough things get, there's always hope for change and renewal. But let's be honest. A franchise that's been left unattended for so long will possibly not revive, unless someone really thinks about taking a risk, a huge monetary risk. Marvelous verdict. Batman Beyond still holds and deserves another chance. Batman Beyond, which premiered 25 years ago, has significantly influenced DC Comics' adaptations of Batman's legacy. Unlike recent portrayals, such as HBO's Titans, which presents Bruce Wayne's mentorship in a negative light, or the Tomorrowverse Batman in Justice League: Crisis on Infinite Earths, who's dismayed by counterparts recruiting children, Batman Beyond offers a different perspective. In this series, Terry McGinnis is a mostly grown young man who chooses to become Batman because Bruce can no longer fulfill the role due to physical limitations. While some aspects of the show are dated, like its early 2000s vision of future technology and a guitar-heavy soundtrack, it remains less dark than Batman the Animated Series. The exceptional character design, especially Terry's sleek batsuit, and the emphasis on relationship-driven storytelling integrate seamlessly into the DC animated universe canon. The show's enduring popularity even led DC to consider a live-action adaptation featuring Michael Keaton reprising his role as an older Bruce Wayne. Batman Beyond reimagined core elements of Batman's mythology for a new generation. It depicted an isolated, driven Bruce Wayne mentoring a brash, learning-on-the-job hero in Terry. Their father-son dynamic lacked the more problematic aspects of Bruce's relationships with previous Robins. By blending familiar themes with fresh characters, Batman Beyond has earned its place as a standout chapter in Batman's 85-year history, demonstrating that the mantle can evolve while honoring its origins. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.